How Dwight McNeil could unlock Jamaica's strikers like Michail and Shamar Nicholson. Join Premier 7 right now for the big chat. The secret of my success is that we have gone to exceptional lengths to hire the best people in the world. This is a quote written by former CEO of Google, Larry Page, as this links directly to the fact that Jamaica should go the exceptional route in getting players that can make the Jamaica men's national team better than how it is. And in that case, today on the channel, I am here to speak about the topic of importance: how Dwight McNeil could unlock Jamaica's strikers like Michail and Shamar Nicholson. From this, I will do a little introduction on the player, then I will speak directly about how we can go about in unlocking the skill set of players, and then I will conclude. But I just have to say that this video was derived from an important poll that I did, and it states, do you believe Dwight McNeil would improve Jamaica's front line if recruited? From such, I received 127 votes, 8 likes, and from that you can see that 78% believe that yes, he would unlock the attack, whereas the minimal amount was split between maybe depend on the system with 14% and no 8%, which states we have better option. I just have to say a big shout out to the fan base and those who comment as well. I have to say massive respect to OHENEB. He commented to state that Dwight McNeil is a real class left side player, cultured left foot, best crosser of the ball in the EPL for many seasons, does not need superstars quality, teammates to shine, makes ordinary strikers look great. Just ask Calvert-Lewin. Look at DCL stats plummet when McNeil isn't injured. Shamar Nicholson would be the biggest beneficiary of McNeil's joining the Reggae Boyz. And in that case, people, I have to say thanks to not only who comment here, but also the others who did, and for those who have been supporting the channel from the get-go. And in that case, people, if you're new to Premier 7, you can see above that I have so far 1,809 subscribers. My aim and my goal is to get at least 2,000 subscribers before the end of the month. So please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you are already a subscriber, then you know what to do. So, Dwight McNeil general information. Obviously, we know that McNeil represents the Everton team. And I just want to let you know then that for this player, he's one of those players who you can get into your team and there will be an upgrade because of the skill set that he currently have. Now for McNeil, he is 25 years old. He plays for Everton, as I've mentioned earlier out. And to let you know, he started out at Manchester United's academy before making his name at Burnley, becoming one of the youngest starters in the league. I think it was at age 19 thereabout. For this guy, in 2022, that's where he made his move for £20 million, and in that case, he cemented his role as a wide player. For this current season, Dwight McNeil, he have 3 goals and about 4 assists in 15 games. Passing details 1.7 key passes per game, and he's in the top 10 EPL crosses from open play. Also, this guy have 1.3 successful dribbling per game and over 1.5 tackles and interception per game. In that case, it is showing us then that Dwight McNeil isn't only known for his awesome crosses, for his contribution up front as an attacking force, but also this guy can contribute defensively in the team by putting in the work and giving the team that body of assistance where deemed necessary. So to note that even though he's not the flashiest player, he's very much effective on the left hand side of the team. And I mean, Jamaica would need a balance having a player like Dwight McNeil in the system who could at least help not only attacking wise but also from a defensive perspective. So let's look on how Dwight McNeil could unlock Jamaica's strikers like Antonio and Nicholson. And the reason why I mention these two names is because from the tip of my head, and I mean, you guys know as well that they are the main strikers that Jamaica have, but they're not performing up to par as how we would want. And that is the reason why I'm going to break down why Dwight McNeil could contribute well to Jamaica, improving these two players. Now, Dwight McNeil is a player who do have elite crossing ability. McNeil is known for one thing above all, his crossing. And I think he's one of those players who Manchester United could look at as well to get the best out of the forward line. Because with Dwight McNeil, he possesses excellent ball crossing ability. He knows how to add pace to the ball. He knows how to accurately deliver his crosses in the box. And to let you know, in that case, whether it is deep line or byline, he have the skill set to execute such. And this is a dream for players like Michail Antonio, who thrives when persons do provide services in the box. We see how Antonio score goals for West Ham, and in the Jamaica system, he struggles when he is not given that opportunity to score goals by way of creative chances. So with McNeil swinging in accurate crosses, Antonio aerial ability and power could be and should be a deadly weapon. Now for Shamar Nicholson, on the other hand, who we believe can do more for the national team, he's a player who finds himself into spaces and his runs aren't bad. It would benefit him massively where Dwight McNeil, with his consistency, could supply a lifeline for this player, making passes where deemed necessary, on time, on point, whereas Shamar Nicholson, to me, would have more than just one to two chances to score. He will have, let's say, in different games, more than just those amount because Dwight McNeil is that player who can unlock the skill set of these two players. Now, furthermore, for Dwight McNeil, he's naturally left footed, he's naturally gifted, and in that case, he can provide width for Jamaica, who plays in a 4-2-3-1 system, sometimes 4-3-3, which is ideal for a Steve McLaren. So, McNeil plays wide and stays wide. So, he is one of those few natural left footed players as a winger who doesn't cut in consistently. He gives you the width and he swings the ball inside. So for Jamaica, this is crucial because too often the attackers are crowded centrally, and especially when players like Leon Bailey cuts in from the right, McNeil would give you that benefit now because Bailey cuts in from the right and McNeil would drift, hang on the touchline, and swing the ball from the left. So I mean, in that case, no, a McNeil would balance the pitch for the national team, forcing defenders to stretch and create space for Antonio to drift or Nicholson to make runs. So the balance would add up to the structure of the team, and the angles that he would play the ball from would not be so difficult for the strikers to capitalize on. Dwight McNeil, he will provide competition for Jamaica's attacking force. So if he's playing up front, let's say as a winger now, it will be beneficial for even players like Amara Bill and Greg Lee, and or Greg Lee, because one of them would have to play. Because he will give them that opportunity to utilize their skill set, and that will boost their confidence in overlapping. So with McNeil's covering, Jamaica can create a 2v1 down the left hand side and get more consistency with overloads. which would be beneficial for the striker. Also for Dwight McNeil, just to let you know how he would go about in complementing the strikers for an Antonio. I mean, he thrives quite well in physical duels, and McNeil would provide the services and spaces that he would need to run into and be a focal point who will receive the ball from great crosses from Dwight McNeil, which will let him be a great finisher or easier to score his goal. And for Nicholson, I mean, he, as I've mentioned earlier out, he likes to time his run and with clean deliveries from Dwight McNeil, who will be the main strength from the left hand side, because basically Demarai Gray may not be playing as a winger. He would be playing like a number 10 thereabout. Dwight McNeil could be that man who will provide it easier for Nicholson. All right. So in that case, people, to conclude, Jamaica has attacking firepowers, but sometimes what we don't have is that player who can provide that opportunities to create or to turn our existing strikers into stars that they can be. And I think based on the experiences of a Dwight McNeil in the Premier League, who is a consistent deliverer of the ball with good defensive work rate as well, and football IQ, he could be the player who could finally get the best out of Antonio and Nicholson, who would be fired up to score more goals for the national team. So, people, what do you think on the topic Dwight McNeil? Well, how Dwight McNeil could unlock Jamaica's strikers like Michail Antonio and Shamar Nicholson? I mean, I would love to hear your say, and you would have to do so by dropping such in the comment section and let me know what you think. So, people, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more contents on the Jamaica men's national team from Premier 7's ends, because when you support the channel, you will get a lot more. All right. So, with that being said, it is my pleasure producing this video today for US fans to listen to. So, take care. Goodbye until we meet again.